Hey guys, what is up? It's Evanguide here. Today guys, we're here starting up a new series for you all today where I talk about stories that have happened to me in my real life. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this series and want to see more, let me know in the comment section as well. A like's appreciated, subscribe as well if you do go on to enjoy this. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, this story starts back in December of 2016. It was practically almost Christmas break. This story starts on a Thursday and it was in the middle of grade 8. For the sake of privacy, I will of course call everyone a different name that is involved in the story for privacy reasons. And yeah, so let's just say a lot of people in grade 8 did not like me and my friends. It was all thanks to one guy, Tom, obviously not his name, but for the sake of the story, we're going to call him Tom. Anyway, so me and Tom didn't really get along too well ever since I first met him. Let's just say we had beef for years up until this point in the story, and we were all quickly getting fed up with each other's shit. So me and my friends just basically decide to get under Tom's skin just a little bit and see how he reacts. Nothing crazy either. I'm talking like the slightest roast, whatever, right? Nothing insane. Anyways, we near the end of the day, and Tom is fully fed up with us to the point where he is trying to leave the class. And whatever, the school day finally comes to an end, and Tom tries to leave. My dumbass decides to start cutting him off, and at that point, we were outside, and I guess Tom just lost his shit, and squares up to me. I'm not even joking, boys. He squares up to me, bro. And the thing is, right, this dude, he's like, I don't even know how much he weighed, but he was like 200 pounds probably, and I was like not even 100. I was like maybe 70 pounds at the time, 4'6", some shit. So when he squared up to me, boys, I was a little rattled because I'm like, fuck, if this guy tries to fight me, I'm gonna get fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, it basically escalates, and he starts telling me to fight his ass. And at this point, everyone nearby, so at bystanders, whatever, could be anyone, just kind of started watching, not really trying to do anything. And there was a couple people, I'd say more so some of my friends, that kind of got in the way, kind of separated us, kind of tried to de-escalate the situation. And basically, everyone breaks off, goes home. And you guys are probably wondering, okay, that doesn't, like, how does this lead to you getting suspended? Don't worry, boys. You know what I'm saying? I got you, alright? The next day, me and my friends and Tom continue knowing the shit out of each other, continuing from the day prior. And at this point, everyone else in my class is fucking pissed. I'm not even joking, bro. There's countless times where they genuinely probably were like, fuck these dudes, bro. Like, they fucking hated us, I swear to God, bro. But everyone else was getting fed up. And to be honest, it is fair looking back on it, because there's a lot of times where we were causing shit and Tom was causing shit. Looking back. So, and anyways, end of the day comes around, and years of beef between me and Tom is at its boiling point. I'm talking like, you know, like when you have a hate for someone, it's at the peak, bro. Our beef came to like a full-out fucking clash. So instantly, I start to notice, you know, Tom kind of asking our teacher if he could leave early, with our teacher telling him no, kind of just, you know, tough it out. There's only 10 minutes left, whatever. So a few more minutes go by, and the school bell rings for everyone to go home, you know, classic procedure. I quickly get up and decide to start speed walking in front of Tom, cutting him off. Again, just trying to piss him off very slightly, get under his skin just a little bit more, you know. So we quickly get down the stairs, and I cut off Tom again for the second time. This time he gets pissed and shoves me into the wall, and then there's like, you know, the school doors where you push them open and they kind of just open? Bro, he pushed it and then fucking slammed it. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. He was fucking pissed. And at this point, you'd think, Evan, at this point, right, you're not dumb enough to fucking do it again, are you? Well, hey, I mean, we have a story time here, so you already know I didn't do that. But so, me and Tom basically get outside, and I keep just kind of cutting him off. And eventually, I do it one more time, and he just snapped. And I'm not even kidding, boys. Like I said, I'm 70 pounds. This dude's probably like 200 at the time. I'm also like 4'6". So when he picked me up off the ground, I cut him off again, and he grabbed me by the neck, and just held me up in the air. There was not much I could have done, like, looking back on it. There was nothing I could have done. I was kind of just fucked. And again, I don't really remember what Tom said to me, but I just remember his face fucking like red. Like I'm talking, he was heated, bro. So, and again, it's funny because, to be honest, my friends were causing a lot of the shit that he had to deal with on the Thursday and the Friday. The only thing I really did was cut him off near the end of that Friday, and of course, when I did it, he just lost it. I think he just reached a boiling point. So basically, I'm just hanging off the ground. No one's doing shit. Teachers and kids, they're just kind of watching. And you might be like, what the fuck? Like, no one's gonna stop this? You'd be shocked. Like, the people in my school, bro, were... no disrespect. There's a lot of decent people in our school, but a lot of fucking stupid people, bro. Like, if they're gonna watch it, like, again, no offense. Some of the shit I had to go through and endure in school, bro, was fucking retarded. But anyway, so... then we got my boy, you know, my friend. My boy... we're gonna call him Tony, alright? My boy Tony. Shout out Tony if you're watching this, bro. I know you're gonna enjoy this video. Anyways, Tony... I see Tony in the corner of my eye. Because, you know, Tom is holding me up in the air. And I just see this man fucking sprinting towards Tom. And I'm not even joking. By the time... he's not even looking, right? He's so, like... Tom is so pissed and he's so focused on me. And I see Tony just bolting. And he jumps up in the air and gives full force fucking kick to the back of his fucking head. I'm not even lying, bro. He just kicked him in the back of the head. And it's kind of funny because Tom had such a delayed reaction to that as well. Like, he got kicked in the head, he was fine, and then all of a sudden he just dropped to the ground and started like crying and fucking wailing and fucking all this shit. And so basically, right, he helps me up, whatever. And we're both just standing here as Tom is just shouting death threats to both of us. Saying, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, yeah, whatever, right? Basic death threats, basic threats. Saying, oh, whatever. And at this point, all the teachers and shit, it's starting to cause a scene, right? Teachers are trying to get involved and all this shit, so my brother comes out, and quickly me and Tony realize we gotta cut from the situation. Like, we gotta get out of here. So Tony goes to his bus stop, because he had to take bus to school. And for me, I lived pretty close to the school, so me and my brother just quickly dipped. Alright, so about 2 hours passes after, you know, that whole situation goes down. And I get a call from Tony, and he quickly tells me that after we left school, right, we all dipped. They did not let Tony's bus actually leave the school until they found Tony. And basically, I think what they were trying to do, right, because I think there was the vice principal was there. And Tom was there. They basically told Tony that they were going to settle the situation on the Monday. But I think they spent like 20 minutes looking for me because they wanted to settle that shit right there and then. And I'm not even like, bro, it was kind of fucked because it was like they didn't let him leave, and then eventually like they just let him go home because it's like, okay, he's clearly not here, so we'll settle this on Monday. And so basically we both realized that we needed the same story on Monday, or else they were gonna side with Tom because, you know, that's just how it was. Whenever, and I'm not even joking to you, Tom always got away with shit. Like, and it's funny too because a lot of people in our class and stuff, they usually just saw the peak of every situation that we had with Tom, but 90% of the time Tom was causing all the shit, and they just saw the backlash, like the peak of the beef. So basically, me and Tony quickly get off the phone and start letting all our friends know this is what's going down. We all have to have the same story, right? Because if we don't, they're gonna side with Tom. It's gonna happen because that's just how that school, I guess our elementary school just kind of went. Basically, Monday rolls around and we know shit's about to go down, right? We enter the school, and we, like me, Tony, and all of our other friends at the time, we all knew that shit was about to go down, bro. It was like we went in and we knew our mission. We knew what we had to fucking do, right? We all had to be on the same page, or else it wasn't probably gonna go well for us. So basically, right, the school day starts and they instantly call down Tom to the office, and we're already like, okay, this is it right here, boys. Like, lock in, boys, lock the fuck in. You know what I'm saying? So again, we don't get called down till again we get to first recess without getting called down, which is about 10 o'clock in the morning, some shit. And again, we spend the entire recess just getting our friends together, telling us this is what we're doing. You have to stick to this story, like, because again, like, are we 100% innocent in this story? I'll admit to it now. No, there was some shit that we probably should have not done, looking back on it. But again, we had so much beef with this guy. This guy caused so much shit that we just didn't give a fuck. Like, we genuinely just didn't give a fuck. We were so done with it. And yeah, man. So as soon as first recess ends, basically, me and Tony instantly get called down to the office, and we run into my boy, the vice principal. I'm not gonna name him. Whatever. Again, privacy, respect reasons. But all you need to know is this guy, I swear to God, he had a vendetta against me and Tony, bro. Like, me and Tony, like, this guy tried so hard every time. Like, grade 8, bro, like, we got called down the office dozens of fucking times, I swear to God, based off situations with Tom. Like, grade 8 in general, guys, like, I have too many stories. This is just one story from grade 8. But this vice principal, 90% of the time, sided with Tom. Like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck it was. But basically, right, we get called down. And he starts asking questions, right? And clearly, like, again, you might be like, okay, like, you know, the vice principal, he's supposed to see both sides, right? Not be biased. But this guy was asking questions that was trying to get us to, like, slip up and get us in shit, basically. Like, the questions he was asking were against us. Like, it was fully on Tom's side here. And deadass, I remember, like, deadass, I remember just sticking to the story. Like, we all agreed we're sticking to the story, right? Okay, this is what happened, right? And it's crazy because he still wasn't believing us, even when me and Tony 100% were saying the same shit. So we knew that it was up to our friends at this point, because if all our friends agreed and said, no, Tom caused this, right? Then we were in the clear, right? But if one or two people just said, nah, that's not exactly what happened, me and Tony were fucked. Me and Tony would be fucked. Like, we'd be screwed, bro. So, anyways, by lunchtime, we got sent back down to our class, and it was smooth sailing for the rest of the day, really, because all they did was start calling out some of our other friends, right? And they would come back in about 10 minutes, and they said no. They would go up to us and be like, nah, you're good, bro. So basically, yeah, it continued being like that for the rest of Monday, and they would call down one friend at a time, one of our friends at a time, and then our friends would say the same thing that me and Tony said, and then it would rinse and repeat for the rest of the day. So Tuesday comes around, and instantly issues arise for us, because basically they called down one of our friends. I'm not going to name drop him or anything, but basically he was the only guy other than me, Tony, and then all of our other friends to basically say something different and kind of agree with Tom. It wasn't like a full agreement with Tom, like he was kind of like 50-50. He's like, they're not 100% being truthful or whatever, right? It was like kind of something like that. And again, the vice principal probably got gassed. He probably got he was gassed, bro, because he's like, oh, I finally got him. And it's kind of funny because, like, again, basically he says this, right? And me and Tony got called down to the office again, and instantly we got told that, straight up, we got told, alright? I remember me and Tony sitting down in the chairs. He looked us right in the eyes and he said, boys, guys, if you are lying, you are going to be suspended. Like, straight up. And me and Tony just kind of looked at each other. We knew that we were partially, like, we weren't like we weren't 100% in the wrong. Yes, there was some stuff we were kind of doing a small lie about, because if we did, then that would get us in fucking shit. But Tom was definitely not 100% innocent either, and that was kind of our driving point there. And again, so again, we keep with the same story. We're just like, yo, like let's get this, like, you know, whatever. We're just kind of keeping with the same story. And eventually they called down Tom to try to fully end the situation. So basically, they tried to, near the end, right? So when shit got kind of settled, right? Like, it wasn't settled, obviously, right? Because this was December of 2016. Grade 8 ended at June 2017. And we constantly were fucking bashing, like constantly just beefing the entire year. Like, we would just, like, there's so much more shit you guys don't know. But just know that it did not end with this situation. And basically, near the end, right, I remember Tom was sitting right beside me, and Tony was right there too, and the vice principal's like, whatever, right? He gives it off to Tom, and Tom is looking at me like, you know, whatever, and he's like, friends? Like, he put his hand out, right? He's like friends. Puts his hand out, and I just look at him. I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, pretty much that's what I said. I don't think I said fuck no because I was kind of a bitch back then, but I just looked at him and I'm like, bro, what the fuck you doing? Like, kind of thing, right? So I refused his offer to become friends because, again, there's a history. We had like 4 years of beef at that point, and yeah. Anyway, so basically, guys, that ends this story of how me and my friend almost got suspended years ago. We barely, honestly, scraped out of that situation. So yeah, fuck grade 8, bro. Grade 8 was like an interesting year for me, but it was also shit. Like, I hated grade 8, but it was the most eventful year in my school career. Anyways, guys, this ends today's video. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video and want to hear more stories like this, a like is appreciated. Subscribe as well. It'd be greatly appreciated as we're on that grind of 5K right now. Anyways, this is Evanguide signing out, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.